Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and this is your stock watch list for Wednesday, the 20th of June. Before we get into the video, just want to remind you that my room will be open to the public. You can have access, free access for the last week of June on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the last week of June. My email address is down in the description box. Just email me and we'll give you the instructions on how to get access to the free trading service for the last week of June, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right, let's go ahead and get into some of the news that came out after the bell tonight. Courtesy of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders. KIN had an offering, stock moving down a little bit in the after hours on KIN offering. Then we had Oracle come out with earnings after the bell, and also they lowered guidance, so Oracle selling off in the after hours. We also had ANIK. The main thing to take from this is did not reach statistical significance, so that made that stock move down. NIK. ANIK stock gapping down in the after hours, down about $10 from the close on ANIK. Starbucks announces strategic priorities. So SBUX was volatile in the after hours session, pushing all the way down to $55, then bouncing back up to about 56.40. Right now where it's trading. PRTA had some news, VRCA some news after the bell. Starbucks also had same store sales plus 1%, but they lowered their guidance. Lowers than 2.9% guidance from Starbucks. Then we had FedEx had earnings after the bell, FDX. They had earnings per share and revenue beat. They beat by 19 cents on the earnings per share, but they did pop it a little bit, moving it down now, but holding around this 256 area in the after hours, bounced up off of that to 257 on FedEx. Lazy Boy earnings per share beat, revenue miss on LZB. So that stock moving down in the after hours on Lazy Boy. Some other news that came out after hours. HMNY shareholder vote documents out seeking a vote for a 1 to 2 to 1 for 250 reverse stock split. So HMNY was moving up in the into the close on HMNY, and then when that news came out, they sold it right back down. We had some traders get in this at 41 cents. They popped it up to close to 50 cents, so they got some money out of that HMNY. There's Oracle cutting guidance. After the bell, also some breaking news. General Electric to be removed from the Dow. Walgreens WBA Boots Alliance will be placed into the Dow, so GE down in after hours, WBA up in after hours. Actually got a trade in this WBA right over this 65.50 mark here on WBA, and it pushed all the way up to 67.50. Now I didn't get that full trade. I did get about 75 cents on some and $1 on some of the other that I was holding for my WBA. So nice move there in after hours. It pays to hang out sometimes in the after hours. Our room is open until 7 p.m. Eastern Time each evening. So I do have some traders that got that on the news on WBA. So that's pretty much the news. TRIL, 25 million. ATM with Cowan, and then we just had OPTN was on with Kramer. OPTN, the CEO, that stock moving up a little bit in the after hours on OPTN after the CEO visiting with Kramer on his 6 p.m. show, and then TRIL, that stock not doing too much in the after hours. So that's the news courtesy of the Trade Exchange. Some trades that we did in the service today, and I'll just go through a few. Roku, we did on the $45 break on Roku. Let me go ahead and show you that. So Roku, you're looking at a 2-minute chart. Stock has had good strength. We were watching this $45 area. Each morning we do about a 45-minute pre-market prep. We go through a bunch of stocks and charts. Roku was on our list. As you can see here, we typed in Roku, watched the $45 break right there, and also called on the microphone. Roku broke that 45 and it went up close to a dollar. Actually, 46.50 was the high, so over a dollar 50 on this move. So I got this trade, and then later on we recalled it right here. And I'll bring over my pointer there, and we call it over VWAP right here around 45.30 or so. Right in this area here, it popped, it pulled back, it was consolidating under VWAP, the green line you see here. When it got over that 45.30 spot, we got a nice move up in Roku. Another trade that we did in the service today was NEPT. All right, and NEPT, we call this one over 325. It popped all the way up to $3.45, alerted on the microphone. Also typed in the room. Stop was, 9 cents for the stop. NEPT over 325. So that was alerted in the service. We also called GVO today. We got some out of GVO today over 1755. Stock went all the way up to about 18 and change on GVO, so a nice move there. There was another call on Roku, 45.25 for Roku. We did a trade in UVXY that ended up flat for me on the day. We also had called CLPS, but that one did not trigger. So that was a nice call. And let's see, I think that was about it. Later in the day, we were watching dry ships. Dry ships over 511. It popped up to $5.20. So we got a nice quick trade in that one. And then later in the day, we got the WBA. So let's go ahead and look at some of the action again in the markets today. So we get that gap down morning again, right down to the pre-market lows of 272.75, and then we retrace the losses back up to the highs. So market nice recovery there on the SPY, and trading was actually very good today in the smaller caps. If we look at the IWM, and we'll look at that on the daily chart, holding up very well. IWM holding above the 10 SMA here on the IWM, and holding above the 13 EMA, the dotted purple line you see here, and back over the 5 EMA. They came in and bought this right on the 13 EMA. The low today, 166.54. So on the IWM, we'll have to watch that 166.54 area to see if the bulls can hold that. IWC also holding up very well. So the micro caps and the small caps again doing very well. IBB had a very nice day today. IBB moved up. XBI also moving up. LabU, which is the bull ETF for the biotechs, moved up nicely today. There you see it, LabU, so you might want to have this on watch for tomorrow. So very nice day. If we look at some of the leaders, Apple came down to the 50 SMA, around the 50 SMA. The low today was 183.45. 50 SMA is 182.26. So that's where the 50 SMA is on Apple, but it is below the fast moving averages. We'll have to see what the tomorrow's candle brings. If it can take out the highs of this candle, could offer a trade. 186.33 is your high on Apple. Amazon, not even affected by what's going on with the tariffs and whatnot. Amazon just cruising along. Google holding up very well. Facebook holding up very well. Netflix had a spectacular day. Got price increases up to, I think it was $500 for Netflix, and that stock holding up very well. on Netflix until the Bears can break down some of these leaders. The market is still, going to stay strong. So Netflix strong, all the FANG names doing very well. Facebook holding up very well. And then if we go outside, Twitter actually holding up well. Square, which we are in a swing trade from $56.90, holding up very well on SQ. PayPal, I think, was up today also. Actually, PayPal pulled down to the 20 SMA, but bounced off of that on PayPal. So, the leaders are still leading the way. Let's check out bookings, the old Priceline. This one holding up very well. Expedia, EXP. Expedia, in this grind up. I was noticing Celgene starting to maybe get a bounce off the lows on Celgene. By the way, I don't know if I showed it, but GE was down in after hours. GE getting taken out of the Dow, and then WBA. I think I mentioned this, and then WBA. We actually got a trade in this in the after hours. WBA pushing higher. They were added to the Dow. I think I said that in the beginning. But anyway, just in case I didn't, let's go ahead and go through the watch list for tomorrow. One that I'll be watching. Now it's an under 50-cent name right now on APRI. Got 3.4 million shares came into the name, just under that 50-cent mark on APRI. So this one will be on watch for those that like to play the under 50 cent, under $1 name, and I have a few folks that like to do that. So APRI could be a good one. ARNA, also another biotech holding up very well here. May have that chance for the $50 break on ARNA. ARRY, 4.2 million shares came into this name. Another biotech name trying to maybe get over that 20. Now it is had a nice run from 13 off the 200 SMA all the way up to 19, but maybe for an intraday trade on ARRY. Currently in after hours, it's actually trading at 19.50 on ARRY. ARWR, trying to get up new highs here over that $14 spot. So I'll have this one on watch for maybe an intraday trade. One of the folks in the room traded this up to 14.22 today. They got a trade out of that one, so I'll be watching that again. BLPH, another biotech name, 1.7. Look at this expanding volume here. Got over that 250 spot, pushed all the way up to 309. So this one will be on watch. Celgene, like I mentioned, will be on watch. CLBS, still cruising up after hours here. The thing trading $8 and change. But there's been no stopping some of these smaller ones. CLBS, so that'll be on watch for tomorrow. CLNE, 2.8 million shares traded in this name, turning the corner, had a high today of 333. So this one will be on watch for tomorrow. Nice move today on CLNE. CLSN, big pop, trading at 341 after hours on CLSN. Nice move up, so that'll be on watch. Dries was moving up after hours a little bit. Couple of bids up here in the after hours, so I'll have Dries on watch for tomorrow. EVOP, recent IPO. Watch it over this highs today of about $23. So EVOP over $23. Fate, another biotech name, trying to recover here. Volume about 500,000 shares, trying to get up over that 1235 spot for FATE. Fold, FOLD, 2.3 million shares, trying to get over 17 area on FOLD. So this will be on watch tomorrow. INSY, trying to actually popped up to about $8.50, $9 here, pulled back, couple of days, pull back here, holding the 5 EMA. If this can get back over, say, $8, $8.10, 1.1 million shares came in on INSY, biotech name. That might move. LabU will be on watch tomorrow. MU. Struggling here under the 5 EMA, but earnings are coming up for MU. I believe it's Thursday after the bell for MU. Just let me check that real fast. for the earnings. Hate to give out. Actually, Wednesday after the bell for Micron. So Wednesday after the bell, Micron will be reporting earnings. So keep an eye on this one throughout the day. You know, shorts might get nervous, might give us a move up. NEPT, we traded this one today. 10 million, 11 million shares came into NEPT. So I'll be watching this one tomorrow for intraday setup. OPTN, this one had the CEO on Kramer. Here's the daily of it, 24.47 close, 24.87 in the after hours. Maybe you get that break of 25 on OPT. We'll be watching Roku again tomorrow. Roku might make another move tomorrow. That'll be on watch. SNES holding up very well, holding above the 10 SMA, 1.1 million shares, holding above all the fast-moving averages here. So SNES will be on watch. Maybe we get that 195 break for the $2 continuation move and past that. It made a high recently of 237, so this one will be on watch. SPPI, so you notice I'm loaded with biotechs here, so maybe over that $20 number on SPPI. 10 SMA is 2005, so maybe over that 2005, 2010 spot for SPPI. 2 million shares came into TRXC. Still trying to get up and hold above $4 here. Got a high of 407 today, so keep TRXC on watch. VUZI. This one trying to get over that 745 spot, and then maybe you get the 750 break on VUZI. 1.4 million expanding volume on VUZI. So that's the watch list and some market news for you there, and some news that happened after hours. This is Mike at zozostockwatch.com. Don't forget, we're running a free access to the chat room last week of June, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, last week of June. Email me. My email address will be down in the description box. It's zozostockwatchinc at gmail.com. Just email me and we'll send you access instructions for the last week of June, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thanks very much for listening. Hope you have good success with your trades tomorrow, and we'll be back with another video tomorrow night.